Well, I should say good early afternoon because it's 11, after 11. And this is how yucky it is today. And he insisted on opening his umbrella, which I'm fine with.
I'm going to turn that umbrella off. Hi guys, my name is Vicky, and I'm the reporter supposed to be funny. I can't read by the phone, play on the phone. It's just this. Is that made of it? Beautiful.
Hey Ricky.
What?
How old are you?
Ricky!
No, how old are you?
5.
Yes. So I think today's vlog is going to be extra short. We had double therapy, and then I edited, and then as soon as I was done editing and posting the vlog, then I had to go make dinner, and then there was a whole like debacle on dinner and using the Instapot. I don't know if anyone else can tell me if you do have an Instapot, if there were times where it seemed like the seal wasn't working properly on the lid, and so the valve for the pressure to hold the pressure into the pot, it's supposed to pop up. Well, the first time that I ran with the timer, I wasn't really paying attention to the Instant Pot because I just threw everything together. I made pork chops, rice, and gravy, and I put all of that into the Instant Pot and set it for a certain amount of time. I didn't follow any recipe. I just kind of did what I do, threw it all together. But I did reference a couple of pork chop recipes to see how long the pork chops had to be in there for, and then also kind of guesstimated how much time the rice would need to cook along with the pork chops. So I set the timer, and then I started doing other stuff, making Ricky's dinner, which now he's back to eating the box Kraft macaroni and cheese. I mean, I tried. My sister-in-law suggested don't do this. My sister-in-law suggested that I add some extra cheese. And what I also did was add less of the powder, more of a cheese, and then the milk and butter. And it turned out really good. I had some of it, and he ate a whole bunch of it along with some peas. So that was his dinner. I mean, I can't really complain. I can't expect him to eat pork chops yet. But back to the pork chops. I mean, I set the timer, I walked away from it, and I started making stuff for Ricky for his dinner. And then when I went back to it, I noticed that the valve didn't pop up. And I'm like, what is going on? And so once the timer was done, I opened it. There was no pressure. And I'm like, okay, there's liquid in it. I mean, I don't know what else I was doing wrong. And so Rick came in the kitchen and checked out the seal and everything, and he was like, well, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. And so I did it again. I set a timer, not for as long as I did the first time, because it was bubbling, like it was cooking. It was hot on the inside. The valve, the pressure valve thing wasn't popping up, but there was steam coming out of that valve. So I knew that it was cooking. It just wasn't cooking at the rate that it should have been, if that makes sense. So we did it again, and then Rick kept looking at the pot, and I was like, just leave it alone. And he was like, well, maybe we need to put it somewhere else. And he picked it up, and when he picked it up, the pressure valve popped up. And I'm like, okay, put it back down, leave it alone. And it cooked then. And it came out really, really good. I'm gonna have to try to remember what all I threw in there. It made like a rice and gravy. I did add onions and what was left of the mushrooms that I had from yesterday. I put all of that together and it was really, really good. Of course, I add Cajun seasonings to pretty much like everything that I cook. I did on the pork chops, I did salt, pepper, garlic powder, and the Slap Ya Mamas seasoning, because I always have Slap Ya Mamas or Tony Chachere's, and I always use that. If I don't have that, then I have Lowry's. That's how I was raised. I season my food. I don't consider salt and pepper the proper seasoning for food. You gotta have that food taste, gotta have some flavor, okay? But dinner was good. And one thing that I did want to address, when I say that we have the best speech therapist, I ain't lying. Like, he came in and first he talked about, because when he was sick on Tuesday, he's like, okay, we got to make that up. So do you mind if I come tomorrow about like 4:30 to make up the day that I missed on Tuesday? And I said, absolutely. Absolutely, you can come. So that's always been something he has been really on top of, making sure that Ricky doesn't fall behind. Because for him, for his speech therapist, for Ricky's speech therapist analogy is like this. If Ricky starts falling behind, then I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing for Ricky. Not for himself, as far as the speech therapist, not for the speech therapist, but for Ricky. And so he's always been very adamant on staying on top of not having Ricky fall behind. And it shows. If you can hear, like, his whole introduction thing, that was not prompted. The only thing that was prompted that I did was ask him how old he was. And he gets a little mixed up with the questions and how to answer those questions. But what you guys saw just a few minutes ago, that was Ricky. That was just Ricky spouting off. Hey guys, my name is Ricky. You know, and then he said something about being funny. That is some serious progress. And I wish I would have started this vlog a long time ago. Before we started our journey in discovering that Ricky was on the spectrum, just so you guys can see that there was no speech. There was none. Absolutely none. I would have killed to hear him say mama. I would have done anything in the world to hear my son say, I want an apple, or mommy, I'm so hungry, I want chips. Ricky, don't do that. I mean, the way, how far he has come in the year and a half that he has been working with this particular speech therapist. The speech therapist has been with him for a year and a half, and I have to say, this man is tremendous. I mean, phenomenal. And so he sits down and he's like, well, there's something I want to talk to you about, and I don't know if I'm overstepping any boundaries. He's stimming on my hair. I don't know if I'm overstepping any boundaries, and let me know if you think that I am, but I would like to work with Ricky. Ow, 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 ow. No, no, no. Oh, he's tangling up my hair. I would like to work with Ricky on his food issues. So if you could let me know. He grabbed a pen and a paper and he was like, let me know what he eats, what he doesn't eat anymore, and things like, Ricky, come on. And I said, funny you should ask that. The occupational therapist requested Funny you should ask that. The occupational therapist requested me to make a list. And so I already have the list ready, and I emailed it to him right away. Do you guys see what my camera's doing? Please stop playing with my hair, that hurts. So I emailed him the letter, and I kind of talked to him a little bit. Ricky, I talked to him a little bit about Ricky's food issues. He's going to incorporate food aversion exercises along with what he already does for his speech. I can't tell you how unbelievably blessed we feel to have Ricky's speech therapist and to have had him. And I hope and pray to God that we never lose him. Because that would be horrible. This man has gone above and beyond to do what he can in order for Ricky to progress the way that he has. I mean, I'm sure if I just kept on and kept on, I would have gotten some progression from Ricky. And if I would have kept on working with Ricky and then put him in preschool when I did, that would have made some progress. But I have to say, I have to give quite a bit of credit to his speech therapist. Ricky would not be where he is right now if it wasn't for him. So, and for him to stick his neck out, because it's not a part of his job description as a speech therapist to incorporate food aversion, sensory issues, and for him to offer that, I feel like if something was to happen with the occupational therapist, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Like if we end up going on a waiting list or something like that, I'm not worried about it as much as I was before. I can't lie. I mean, I was a little apprehensive about what's going to be happening in the next few weeks. Is Ricky going to have an occupational therapist, or is he going to be put on a waiting list? So it's just relieving to know that you have someone that's supportive and that wonderful in your son's corner, trying to do what he can in order to help Ricky. I mean, that's just fantastic. And with the camera blurring and with Ricky pulling my hair, like, I'm sure this would have been a 6-minute thing instead of a 18-minute thing. Hi guys.
Hi.
See, that was prompted. But what he did earlier, that wasn't prompted. Are you hot or are you cold?
Oh, cold.
You're cold?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Are you hungry or are you full?
Full.
That's good. Because you just ate. What did you eat?
Mac and cheese.
He was doing that today in therapy. Anytime that his speech therapist would ask him something, he would go, "Oh, it's over there," like straining. Can you say it in a normal voice?
Normal voice.
Normal voice. What did you have to eat for dinner?
Mac and cheese.
Can you say it in a normal voice?
Normal voice.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
There you go. Are you ready to take a bath?
Yep.
Yeah?
I know.
And now you're going to take a bath?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to read my tongue.
Yeah, do you see yourself?
Yeah. I look at
I have a flip screen, so he can see himself.
the cheap.
Yeah, those are your teeth. Oh, Ricky, you're so handsome. You're so handsome.
Oh, okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Aww.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. You're so sweet.
okay.
Ow, 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 ow. I'm sitting on something. What am I sitting on? Ow.
Are you okay, Mommy?
I'm okay.
But we to promote.
I don't know. You had it last. So I think this is where we are going to end the vlog today. Oh my goodness. If you're happy for our great news, give this video a thumbs up.
Where is he going?
Well, they're going bye-bye so that you can take a bath.
But he's going to 2.5.
Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. The whole reason that we started this channel was for this baby right here. He's 5, he's on the spectrum, and it's very important that we raise awareness, and this is one way that we are trying to reach out to people who wouldn't ordinarily know what it is like to raise a child on the spectrum. I like my hat. I'm styling, y'all. So if you can get behind that mission, then click that subscribe button down below. Once you click the subscribe button, a bell button will pop up, and that bell button will let you know when we upload next. We love you guys. And we will see y'all tomorrow.